Hey guys, how's it going there? Good old buddy Mr. Biz here. So, was thinking about some things here on this glorious Friday. First of all, who likes this right here? A little Cash Flow Pro action, right? This is the black and red. This is a Mingo Indians edition. Any Mingo peeps out there? So what I was thinking about today was an opportunity if you manage this external risk in an effective way. It's an opportunity for you to stand out above your competitors. And so let me explain what I mean by that. And by the way, I'm digging this like shadow here. It makes me look like some kind of cool, like Avengers character or something. I don't know. So anyway, what I'm talking about here is the external risk that involves considering your vendor delivery. And so what I mean by that is, for example, consider where you get where are your vendors that you get most of your information. Gosh, I'm so tongue-tied. Not information from. The vendors that you get most of your raw materials from, whatever it is to make your widgets or to provide services, where do you get those things from? And so you say, well, geez, what the heck? Why am I thinking about that? Well, here's why you're thinking about it. If you have to get it, if it's something that's far away that has to be shipped in, for example, consider, now this is a little bit far out strategic thinking, which is what I do to a fault, but a strike. So what if there's an airstrike? What if pilots strike? What if there's a railroad strike? However it gets to you. Now you say, well, that's great, Mr. Biz, I can't control that, so what do I do about that? What you can do is, I'm not saying to ditch that vendor if they get it to you, via one of those routes and you're concerned about that, because the reality is, how often does that happen? It doesn't. But there's another instance I'm going to talk about in a minute where it happens a lot more often. But back to the strikes, just consider having a plan B. So if something would happen, and there's a rail strike, air strike, whatever, some sort of transportation strike or disruption of service, that you can still get your materials that you need. Because here, at the end of the day, your customers don't really care about that. They just want their stuff, right? And so it could be that only you are affected by this. Maybe your competitors aren't. You end up losing a customer out of this, right? So you don't want to do that. And so this is an opportunity. If it's something that impacts all of you and your competitors, this is an opportunity for you to stand out because you've thought through and you've got a plan B. Now, you might already have that. You probably do, right? Because you've probably been burned by it before in some form or fashion. So you have a plan B as far as another vendor to provide you with the raw materials you need, etc. Consider this one though. Consider natural disasters, what impact that might have on your key vendors that, like, if you couldn't get your materials or whatever from them, would absolutely bring your business to a screeching halt. Now, again, you're probably saying, well, Mr. Biz, I can't control natural disasters. How do I predict them? What the heck are you talking about? Of course you can't. What I mean by that, for example, is let's say your key vendor provides 80% of the raw materials that go into making your widgets. Let's say that vendor is based in Florida. Hurricane season. What would happen if your vendor's warehouse or facility got hit and damaged by a hurricane and they had to shut the doors for a week, or maybe it knocked out the whole dang facility? What would you do in that situation? What is your plan B? Now, you might say from that as well, the vendor that I use for that particular raw material, me and my competitors all use them. They're the dominant force. They basically have a monopoly. And so if I'm impacted, all my competitors will be impacted. Okay, great. That's what I mean by this is an opportunity for you to stand out above your competitors. Because if you have that plan B, or if you have a vendor that's not impacted by, say, that natural disaster, you can stand out above them. Now, of course, your customers and there's a natural disaster, they understand that. But think about how powerful it would be if there's a natural disaster and whatever service you provide that's impacted by this natural disaster, all your competitors are saying, yeah, well, we can't do anything. We're dead in the water for a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is. Now your customers are saying, well, gosh, that's really going to impact me. That stinks, but I understand. But let's say that you have your plan B. You can still deliver. That is going to make you stand out tremendously above all of your competitors. Because think about it. The customers are saying, we get it, natural disaster. And you say, hey, you know what? I got you, right? I got you. Come on over here. I can help you out. That's a huge opportunity to elevate above your competition, number one, provide great customer service, pick up new business, pick up new customers, A huge opportunity there. So check things out like this, we talk about things like this in my 5-week program called Pathway to More Profits. You can check it out at MrBizProgram.com. Some pretty cool stuff. Like I said, it's 5 weeks. It is basically a pretty intensive 5 weeks of optimizing your business to help you run more profitably, more efficiently. We do videos every week, so there's like a 60 to 90 minute video that you watch that you get every Monday. And then on Thursday, we have a live session, a live stream session, basically like a Zoom audio live session on the computer where we talk about that week, whatever the topic is, whether it's optimizing, let's say your cash flow. So we talk specifically about, hey, Joe, business owner, how can I help you? What questions do you have about the video? Oh, you know what, Mr. Biz, I was wondering, I own an HVAC company, and I know in a video you mentioned X, Y, and Z. How can I implement that in my company? Things like that. Super powerful. We've been able to help a lot of people, and this is a way to scale it, to be able to help a lot of people. And I limit these classes. There will be no more than 20 people in the class. So don't worry about getting lost in the shuffle. When we do these live sessions, I take all the questions. We stay on until we get through all the questions. So there's no time limit. There's no, you're going to get blocked out or anything like that. So anyway, if you're interested at all in talking about things like that or learning more about that or having me personally help you with your business, go out to MrBizProgram.com, check out the program. It's a website that shows you all the things that it entails and how it works and all that kind of stuff. And if you're interested, great, sign up. We'll see you in the next session. If not, no worries. I really appreciate you guys watching. And have a great weekend. And we will talk to you soon. See ya.